Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you are thinking about buying or selling a home here in the San Francisco Bay Area, you probably think the most important factor is the price. But I'm here to tell you that's not the whole story. One of the most critical elements of any successful transaction in our market, whether you're a buyer or you're a seller, is this: the disclosures. Disclosure packet. This set of documents is in the heart of the deal. It's where transparency meets strategy, and understanding it is the key to protecting yourself and achieving your goals. In other markets, disclosures might be an afterthought, something sellers work on after an offer is accepted. Here in the Bay Area, it is the foundation upon which our crazy housing market relies on to operate. Today, we're going a deep dive. We'll cover what sellers need to do to create a bulletproof packet, what buyers must look for when reviewing it, and how disclosures play a pivotal role in the high-stakes game of multiple offers and non-contingent sales in our constant shortage of inventory housing market. All right, let's start with the sellers. If you're a seller, your primary objective with the disclosures is to eliminate surprises for the buyer, and in turn, for yourself. In our market, the standard practice is for the seller to prepare a comprehensive disclosure packet before the home is even publicly listed for sale. This isn't just a courtesy, it's a powerful strategy. So, what goes into a typical disclosure packet in the Bay Area? First, you have the legally required state and local forms. The most important of these is the Transfer Disclosure Statement, or TDS. This is your opportunity to disclose in your own words anything you know about the property's condition: past roof leaks, plumbing issues, noisy neighbors, anything that could materially affect the home's value or desirability. You'll also complete a seller property questionnaire, or SPQ, which goes into even greater details. My advice here is simple: be honest and thorough. If you are wondering whether or not you should disclose something, the answer is almost always yes. Hiding a known issue is the surest way to find yourself in legal trouble after the sale. But in the Bay Area, it is expected that we go much further. A typical strong packet includes a suite of pre-sale inspections and reports, paid for by you, the seller. At minimum, it includes 4 reports. First, a general home inspection report. This covers the overall condition of the property from the foundation to the roof. Second, a pest or termite inspection report. This is critical in California and will identify any active infestations or damage from wood-destroying organisms like termites. Number 3, a preliminary title report. This report confirms the seller's legal ownership of the property and discloses any recorded liens, easements, or other claims that could impact the new owner's rights. And finally, number 4, a natural hazard disclosure report. This report informs potential buyers whether the property is located within state or locally mapped areas with a higher risk of natural disasters, such as special flood zones, high fire danger areas, earthquake faults, or landslide zones. In some cases, sellers will also provide some specialized reports like roof inspection, a chimney inspection, or a sewer lateral inspection reports. You will also include documentation of any past repairs, remodels, and permits you've pulled for the work. Now, a common question from buyers is, can I really trust an inspection report that the seller paid for? And that's a smart question to ask. Here is the answer: yes, you can. Home inspectors in California are independent, third-party professionals. Their entire business is built on their reputation for being thorough, objective, and accurate. They have a professional duty to report the condition of the home as they see it, regardless of who's paying their bill. A good listing agent will always recommend highly reputable, trusted inspectors for their sellers, because using someone who isn't credible would completely undermine the strategy of building buyers' confidence. I know what you are thinking. Why would I pay for inspections that might uncover problems with my house? It's a fair question, but the strategy is brilliant. By providing all this information up front, you are building a foundation of trust and confidence with potential buyers. You are telling them, here is everything we know about the home. We've done the homework for you. This accomplishes three critical things. It attracts serious, well-prepared buyers. It allows buyers to craft their offers with a full understanding of the property's condition, which leads to smoother transactions. And most importantly, it sets the stage for buyers to submit clean, non-contingent offers, which we'll talk more about in a minute. Think of your disclosure packet as your home's complete biography. The more detailed and transparent it is, the more confident the buyer will be in making a strong offer. Okay, buyers, it's your turn. When you find a home you love in San Mateo or Santa Clara County, one of the first things your agent will do is get you that disclosure packet. Your job is to read every single page. I know it can be hundreds of pages long, but this is your due diligence. Don't just skim the summaries. Look at the details. In the home inspection report, pay attention to any items flagged as needing immediate repairs versus those noted for future maintenance. In the pest report, understand the difference between Section 1 items, which indicate active problems, and Section 2 items, which are conditions likely to lead to future issues. If you get a roof inspection report, check the remaining life expectancy of the roof and the cost of the repairs, if any are needed. Here are some red flags to watch for. Inconsistencies. Does the seller's written disclosure contradict something in an inspection report? For example, if the seller says the roof has never leaked, but the home inspection notes water stains on the ceiling, that's a question you need to ask. Major structural or system issues. Look for comments about foundation cracks, outdated electrical systems, or plumbing materials known to fail. These aren't necessarily deal breakers, but they are significant future expenses you need to budget for. Unpermitted work. If the seller mentions a major remodel, but there are no permits in the disclosure packet, that's a major red flag that requires further investigation. Your real estate agent is your first line of defense here. A good local agent has read hundreds, if not thousands, of these reports and knows exactly what to look for. They will help you interpret the findings, understand the potential costs, and decide if you need to bring your own specialist for a second opinion. Remember, the seller's inspections are a fantastic starting point, but you always have the right to conduct your own inspections, even after your offer is accepted. In our fast-paced market, that might mean bringing an inspector or a trusted contractor with you to a showing before you write an offer. The goal is to go into the offer process with your eyes wide open. This brings us to the most unique and often misunderstood aspect of our market, the non-contingent offers. In a competitive situation with multiple offers, you will likely be competing against buyers who are willing to waive their inspection, appraisal, and loan contingencies. All of them. This sounds incredibly risky, and in other markets it would be. But here it's different, precisely because of the comprehensive disclosure packet we've been talking about. Waiving your inspection contingency doesn't mean you are buying the house blind. It means you have thoroughly reviewed the seller's provided reports and you are accepting the property's condition as disclosed. You are buying the house in its current condition. You are telling the seller that you won't come back after your offer is accepted and try to renegotiate the price based on leaky faucet or a cracked window that was already noted in the reports. Now, I need to clarify a critical point that almost everyone gets wrong about non-contingent offers. Waiving your contingencies does not mean you give up your right to investigate the property. Once your offer is accepted, you still have the right to access the home and bring in your own inspectors to further investigate its condition. The difference is the purpose of those inspections. With a property condition contingency, you inspect to decide if you want to renegotiate or cancel the purchase agreement. Without a contingency, you inspect for your own information, to plan for future repairs, get quotes from contractors, and fully understand the home you are about to own. From a seller's perspective, a non-contingent offer is incredibly powerful. It represents certainty. It means the deal is far more likely to close smoothly without any further negotiations or delays. That's why in a multiple offer scenario, a non-contingent offer for $1.6 million is often stronger than a contingent offer at a slightly higher price, let's say by $15,000 or $20,000. For buyers, this is a strategic decision you must make with your family, your agent, and your lender. The risk is that the seller's inspections miss something significant. That's why thorough review is so critical. But the reward is that it makes your offer exponentially more competitive and could be the very thing that gets you your dream home. Let's summarize. For sellers, disclosures are your tool for building trust, attracting the best buyers, and achieving a smooth, successful sale. Be transparent, be thorough, and invest in pre-sale inspections. It is the best way to maximize your return and protect yourself legally. For buyers, the disclosure packet is your textbook. Study it, question it, and use it to make an informed decision. It is your single best source of information and the key to writing a confident winning offer in our competitive market. Navigating the nuances of Bay Area disclosures requires expertise. Whether you are buying or selling, working with an experienced local agent who lives and breathes this process is absolutely essential. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more Bay Area real estate insights. And if you have any questions about disclosures or anything else, leave a comment below or feel free to reach out directly. My contact information is in the description of this video. Till next time.